So there is another lawsuit, but I want to use this lawsuit to divert the conversation towards the gospel music scene. Particularly, I want to take a hit at the South African gospel scene. You people are shaming us out here. You people, you see, you are not growing in the, you are not planting, man. You are not planted. And let's have the conversation on this particular one. So, if you don't know, the lawsuit that I'm talking about is coming from Mercy Chinwo. You'll remember the lady that sang the song Excess Love. You'll hear it whenever I do my live streams. You'll hear a replayed freestyle type of a thingy of a piano of that song. So it's a really amazing song, Excess Love. Jesus, you love me too much. Yes, that one. Can't be, I don't want to be, but I'm not in the mood. I'm just not in the mood of bimbing. So I'm not going to partake in any bimbing activity. So let me preserve my voice to just talking. And so there won't be any singing activity that will be coming out of you. So really amazing song. So she is suing her former manager. Now, if you go here to a co-label mate here, so this is Mercy, and this is a co-label mate by the name of Judy K. She is also a musician. You can see her thingy here. Is one of her songs that came out. The chant of the thingy. Yeah, really interesting songs that she has out there. Now there's a reason why I say I want to take this to talk about the gospel scene, particularly for us here in South Africa here, which is almost non-existent. It's there. It's almost non-existent. I'll explain why. Okay, I'll explain. And so she's suing her former label mate, and you can see here by an article by PM. This article was published on the 17th of January. You can see it right there. And the article says, Mercy sues ex-manager for $345,000 in royalties, Papago. She's not small money, is that one. She's not small money. It's a renowned gospel musician, Mercy Chinwo, is taking legal action against a former manager, okay, accusing him of diverting $345,000 in royalties, okay? The FECC, which is kind of like the Hawks for financial crimes and all those kind of things, are going to be getting involved. What not, check out everything and the whole nine horses. And so, but when I saw this lawsuit, the first thing that my mind went to, I had the $340,000 royalties. But the thing that I really had at the back of my head was how that scene, the gospel scene in Nigeria, is growing. It's like becoming the voice. Hillsong is non-existent, completely disappeared. One of the biggest songs that came out of Africa was Sinach. Waymaker, miracle worker. In the darkness. That's why we were fighting when people were saying, it's not biblical. I said, keep your non-biblical to yourself. To us, it's very biblical. And so if you think about it, I'm not taking a swipe at this gospel musician, but they are not planted. We must be honest. There has to be we can be able to see or project growth in a person's gift. If a person is growing in their gift, we as believers have the capability of this one is growing. We can tell. You know that, right? I remember when we were speaking about when Paul was saying, by now you ought to be teachers. You remember that thing? So, by now you ought to be teachers, but similarly you still need to be fed milk. You remember that verse? We mentioned. That shows you that as a Christian, there is a way that by what this person has been taught, I can tell this person should have been matured by now. This person should have already, you understand? So that allows us to understand that. Even when you read 1 John, just so for two, and you say, upon two witnesses is a thing established. Let me give a second witness. 1 John says, I speak unto you, young men, for you have known. So when you read First John, it emphasizes that there is a knowing, a depth of understanding of the faith within people that are in process of maturity. He speaks about the young, those that are still probably learning, and then he speaks about young men, then he speaks about elders and stuff like that. And so we can see progression and growth in things. Pastor Lani, the reason why the South African scene is almost dying is because akul. Yeah, akul. Now, if you see anybody wanting to defend it, or a gospel music wanting to defend it, because they are part of the problem. They are part of the problem. You see, the reason why, apart from everything that happened in Hillsong, right? Apart from everything, those people that had a depth in music. Yeah, you can say what you want, maybe you didn't like what you think, but they had a depth in their talents. They had a depth, They had a depth. There is a level you could hear the song, you are like, yeah, well, this one there were songs that you could hear. It's not all their songs, most of them were, but there was a lot you could hear here. There's depth here. Relentless. You listen to that album, Relentless. You'll hear depth. There's depth in there. So, and nothing to do with the pastor. The people that were writing that music, you could tell they were planted people. This is what I believe is happening in Nigeria. Yeah, this is what I believe. So when I saw this story, when I was reading everything, manager, $300,000, what I heard was growth. When the gift is out there, there is growth. You can see growth. Now, here in South Africa, when we are talking about South Africa, since Nakalu Hallelujah Hosanna, you are remaking Hallelujah Hosanna. What's wrong with you? No, let's be real. You are still remaking songs that maybe KK made the song 2002. You want to remake that song. So planted, man. Planted. If you are planted, you are the ones who are supposed to have songs that the world listens to and say, hey? But no, instead, hi. You see, Nigeria, these people are planted. I'm telling you. That's the thing. You should, court, they can go to court to do their things. I'm taking a side at these gospel musicians here in South Africa. Yeah. No roots. Agna roots la. That's why you hear them very worldly views, very worldly opinions. Yeah, no, it's not an attack. You don't know the Bible. It's just that simple. It's not an offense. No. As we know the Bible, when you talk, it becomes clear. There's no way here. That's why. So you see, this is why. Back in the early 2000s, South Africa and the South was leading in songs. When Abosoli Matlangu were there and all those things, Brigado, the song was everywhere. Yes, but then when he came back, he sang it here, and even the songs that he was singing, they went all over. They went all over those songs. You could see growth, man. Une growth la. About your celebration, all over. And then Abu Soweto Gospel Choir came in, they sang once, and then before you knew it, they were now singing other things. You're like, how? Soweto Gospel Choir, and then you are there all now. So why? Roots, Agna roots la. South Africa, our biggest problem is roots. The people, that's why when I started the year, I started with this episode here, highlighting music that was sang by musicians in the church, people who are planted, even when they are singing the songs that you know, planted. That's the thing. That's the thing we are pointing at. You can tell when a person is planted in the church or planted in the word. First thing we must ask when a person sings, we must ask, which church does this one belong to? Pastor, planted. That's the concern. That's why Nigeria is leading in the gospel scene. Look at all the songs that have come out over the last 3, 4, 5 years. There was this other one that I was watching the other day. I didn't know them for thing. I think I only knew about them towards the ending of the year. And this guy is here. Emuna, depth. It's not copycat. It's not copy paste. Depth. When these people sing this one here, watch this song here and listen to the prayer, that the depth in the prayer that this woman prays in this song. You can read the subtitles because it's not in English, but you just read the depth in the prayer. Emuna, I almost made a video about the prayer she prays in the song. Depth, you can tell there's growth here. Kuyakhulwa. When I since waqala ukucula hallelujah hosana akhulwa tu. You have no roots in the church. You have no roots in doctrine. That's the thing I want to highlight about this. I'm not even talking about the lawsuit. I'm here to talk about how these gospel musicians in South Africa who since hallelujah hosana, that's it. Hi, Barcelona, scatter. No, don't want to buy your CD. Go take it to the dustbin. It's fine. Go re-record. Record with a smartphone. Let's hear what the song. It's like now, from now on, we'll just request, please send us a demo. We are not buying nothing. Please send us a demo. Utkule ingoma zako on a video with Facebook. Then we will tell, okay, yeah, no. There's word here. Now we can go buy. We are tired. We people don't write nothing. And then they want to complain. If they come out, they sing one song inspired, that's it. Pretty much done. They go back and think it's done, that's it. Why? You are not rooted. There's no growth. I mean, you can hate me, it's fine. I would have told you. There's no growth. That's why the gospel music scene in South Africa is almost dead. It's almost dead. You be here collaborating with worldly people, doing whatnot, all these kind of things. Why? Rooting. There's nothing rooted. Aswabeni tu hambo funda. Go deep in the word. Listen to other children when they, you know, when you hear other people express their faith, you are pushed, man. You be wanting to be angry here. Why? Because you are part of the problem. Structurally, the show with daily Christian commentary videos. Cool. Scatel. You buy the same songs. You buy. It's like, hi man, we're still singing about Hallelujah Hosanna. Hi.